And the spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and it is Sunday, and you know what that means? It's time for weekly purchases, that time of the week where we investigate what came through the door via DHL, Amazon, UPS, United States Postal Service, FedEx, and of course, that old outlaw Waylon Jennings, and of course it is weekly purchases, and a lot going on this week in the weekly purchases department, but of course before we get to that, we always start off with a little housekeeping. Of course, it is the end of the month, it's the end of June, my birthday month, more on that in a second here. We do got the Patreon giveaway for the month of June. It is the Young Bucks, Nick Jackson, Matt Jackson, Walmart AEW exclusive. So check out the Patreon if you want to get involved in that giveaway. Patreon, of course, best way to support the channel. All kinds of content over there every single day. You think you get a lot on YouTube? Hey, you get even more over there on Patreon. Appreciate the support over there. And it was a big week this week. It was my birthday. I've been talking about it all month of June. It's G.I. Joe June and the month of my birth. So it's a very important month in the grand scheme of things, as we do know. But a very busy, busy month. But a little disappointed, Mr. McFarlane. Todd McFarlane on the couch, ladies and gentlemen. Mark Summers here as well. Mark Summers, I am honored and touched by that little birthday gift you got me. And we saw that yesterday in the toy news of the week. Almost a toy review of the week. Toy news of the week. Mark Summers gave me a birthday present. And I was a little bit sad, a little bit hurt. The good friend of the channel, Todd McFarlane over there, you're here, you don't have your pants on, you don't have shoes on, nor socks, and you chill on my couch all the time. I was hoping you'd at least give me some kind of a gift, maybe a drawn picture of you and me on the couch or something like that. But didn't get anything from Todd McFarlane. And how do you explain yourself, Todd? Oh my, really? Oh, really? Okay, well, we'll see what happens here. But Todd said he got a special video tribute that he wanted to send my way. Should I roll it? All right, roll it.
The days go by faster and faster. The calendar turns another year past you. It's a special day for you to shine. Friends all around with cheers and wishes. Candles on a cake that's just delicious. It's all for you today, 'cause it's birthday time. That's right, Kyle. This one's for you. 'Cause it's birthday time. What a day for celebrating. There'll be songs and gifts and some happy congregating. This is birthday time with your friends and your relations. It's a time for joy and happy celebrations. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday.
Well, I gotta say, Todd McFarlane, I am absolutely touched. You got me a personal song from the one and only Dolly Parton. Dolly and I like this, of course, going back to the days of CMT at my grandma's house, both sets of my grandparents' house, watching Dolly on CMT. Oh, just living the dream back in the 80s, of course. But man, Todd, you shouldn't have. Todd, Jewel, this is why you gotta stay on the couch. You too, Mark. I was very impressed by your video yesterday. Appreciate you both. Thank you for being here to celebrate my birthday with me. And thank you to everyone out there that sent me birthday wishes this week. Truly is appreciated there. So a big, busy week here, and a big, busy week as far as weekly purchases. We'll get to that in a second. But before that, we got the question of the week. All right, question of the week time. And if you, yes, you, want to be the question of the week this week, no, not you, Todd. You don't get to be question of the week. You can just ask a question anytime you want. But if you want to be the question of the week, hit me up, drop a note in the comments down below, and you too can be the question of the week. But this week's question, with July 4th around the corner, what team of wrestlers or Joes would you take to the cookout for the best time? And that comes from RJ Toy Buzz 4119. So shout out to RJ Toy Buzz for the question of the week this week. But who would I invite as far as wrestling and G.I. Joe to a cookout? Oh man, we're cooking out all kinds of stuff. I wish I was smoking some stuff though. I love smoked meat. I'm a barbecue guy all day long. I love a burger on the grill, of course, a bratwurst from time to time. But man, I'm a smoked meat guy. Unfortunately for me, whatever reason, my 2 daughters and my wife, they hate smoked meats. So I used to have a smoker and I'd like do a brisket or something. And I'd have to eat brisket by myself for like 2 weeks. So it's a tough go in the old smoking game around this part here. But if I had to pick, I guess I'll break it down. We'll go G.I. Joe first. Obviously, I'm bringing Roadblock all day long. He is a chef after all. We saw those Joe episodes. Roadblock, a must-have, a must-have. And a little comic relief, probably Shipwreck. I think he'd be a good time. He might tip a few back, I'm sure, Shipwreck there, but I think he'd be a good time at the party. Bazooka, oh my gosh, sign me up for Bazooka all day long. I love that gravelly Don Fry voice on him, and I think he would be a good time at the party as well. And then, of course, you got to invite Flint. The true leader of G.I. Joe gets invited to every single cookout, and that's the definition. I always talk it, and people are so confused, and I hate explaining myself over and over and over, and then over one more time. But we all know what a true leader is. Sometimes there's a leader, a president of a company. Yeah, they're the figurehead, they're the leading the charge, supposedly. But the true leaders are the people like Flint out there that aren't going to ask you to do anything they wouldn't do themselves. They're leading from the front line, and that's why a guy like Flint, guess what? He gets invited to the cookouts. You think a Duke gets invited to the cookout? Come on. He's not getting invited to the cookout. Flint, though, first invitee right there. Flint, we're having a big party this weekend. I know you're probably busy. You got Lady J. I get it. But no, you come to the cookout if you want. And Flint's the kind of leader, he's going to come to every single one of those cookouts. He's going to make appearances. Duke, no, I'm going to do my thing. I don't care. And Duke probably doesn't even care about America. I said it. But Flint, Shipwreck, Bazooka, Roadblock, that's my G.I. Joe party. Wrestling's a little bit tougher. You get a little crazy. You get some guys like the Bushwhackers there. We've seen what happens to them. There'll be food fights, all kinds of stuff like that. But I'm probably going to, just because it is the 4th of July and all, I'm going to invite Hacksaw Jim Duggan. I feel like the Hacksaw, he's got to be there. So Hacksaw can come. He's a guy that's going to put a few burgers away. He's definitely going to put a few drinks away. I've seen him in action before at different parties and cookouts over the years. So I can see him being an expensive guest, but a good guest. And I'm also going to bring Sergeant Slaughter. Why not? We'll bring it in, tied in with the Joe a little bit there. We can take questions about him, about Nemesis Enforcer all day long, to get down to this Nemesis Immortal business with him. And late breaking news here, Sergeant Slaughter will be at the Pro Wrestling Hall of Fame in Waterloo, Iowa in July. I am planning on being there. I'm going to get down to the bottom. We're going to get the Sarge there. I'm going to say, okay, Sarge, let's talk Nemesis Enforcer. Now that you know what a Nemesis Enforcer is, let's really discuss it. Let's really get granular. Let's get granular. That's what I'm going to say to him. But I'm going to invite him. And then, you know what? I'm going to invite Maurice and Mandy Rose. It's not a party without Maurice and Mandy Rose. They can both sit by me if they want to. I think they probably will. And I'll feed them at the cookout. That's what I'll do. But I'm going to invite Mandy Rose, Maurice. Really, those are the only 2 I want there. But Sarge, Hacksaw, they're invited as well. So that's my cookout. I guess you guys tell me. It's a good question. Who are you inviting from your cookout from the Joe team and the wrestling world? Let me know in the comments. And of course, put your comment down below. Put your question in if you want to be the question of the week for next week. So without further ado now, question of the week's done. Means only one thing. Let's get down to it. Let's get down to the weekly purchases. All right, let's get down to it. Let's get down to the weekly purchases. And another busy week of weekly purchases this week, as a lot came through the door on Thursday and Friday of this week that I wasn't expecting. A couple of finds out there in the wild, but a very busy week. And without further ado, let's get after it. Let's start wrestling first. And we're going to Entertainment Earth. Of course, you guys know by now. Use discount code Kyle. Save yourself 10%. $79 or over gets you free shipping, as we know. And I did pick up the old CM Punk statue. I've never bought one of these. I've seen the Moxley one. I've seen the Sting one. This is the first time seeing the CM Punk one. I'm on the fence on the Sting one. We'll see. If I like this a whole lot, I might pick up the Stinger. But a very interesting statue. It really reminds me of the old Jakks Unmatched Fury back in the day. We should do a long-form video on those one of these days. An underrated line and a little bit of a forgotten line all these years later. This reminds me a lot of that. So pretty cool, all things considered. We'll unbox this on the channel probably this week sometime. Stay tuned for that. How about this one? We already unboxed this on the channel this week. FTC female referee. What are we doing here? Why does she got the black gloves? Why is she only getting put in bloody matches? It's an age-old question. Nobody seems to know the answer for. But we did get the female referee. Check out that review if you did miss that one there. We got the Hulkster, Hulkamania brother, Series 148. The year of Hulkamania continues. Still absolutely shocked San Diego Comic-Con isn't a Hulk Hogan figure. Is what it is. It's Shawn Michaels, as we know. But we got the Hulkster once again in the main event line, Series 148. Check out that review on the channel sooner rather than later. And then via Ringside Collectibles, use discount code Kyle. Save yourself 10%. Got Greatest Hits Batista. Oh, Dave Batista rocking the blue. Oh, a beautiful color, a beautiful color. We got Batista in blue right there. And then we got The Rock, possibly the greatest Rock figure of all time, finally getting a re-release. It is what it is at this point. We'll unbox these on the channel, of course, but a good-looking Rock, going to try to make it different than the prior edition is my plan, so stay tuned to that review as well. How about now a little bit of loose action? Now, I got after a few things. I actually had a slow night. My wife and kids were gone. I said, what is Kyle going to do by himself all night? Well, he's going to unbox action figures. That's what he's going to do. And that's what I did. So I got some things done ahead of time. You maybe saw these reviews on the channel this week. But thanks to Grapplers and Gimmicks over there, we finally got the Canadians, a.k.a. the Quebecers, in Hasbro style. Amazing, amazing figures. Check out this review. Pair perfectly like a fine wine with your Steiner brothers. Absolutely love those guys right there. And we're not done. Things are getting wild, and we found out this week who the true wild man is. It is me, after all. We get the 1 of 300 edition Mark Marrow, 2 different versions here, and then we get the standard release Mark Marrow. We unboxed all these on the channel. Head over to grapplersandgimmicks.com if you're looking for some of these. Some of them remain, but very good figures. Constant learning, constant improvement. We say it on the channel all the time, and I gotta say, the Grapplers and Gimmicks line has been doing that. Even these Quebecers right here, a far cry from the Godwins, which were good. They weren't absolutely great. They had a little bit of Simpsons to them. These Quebecers blow it away. They look and feel a lot like a Hasbro figure. Don't have the action, of course, but definitely worth checking out, no doubt about it there. But we're not done. Ringside Collectibles, discount code Kyle, once again, save 10%. Got Chris Jericho. We got Soraya. We got a guy that ego's so big he won't even fit on a ringside stand. All ego Ethan Page. Will he stand? There we go. We got Daniel Garcia dancing across our hearts. Could he be the new Rio? Dance across the sand, dance across our hearts? Since Rio's leaving the pegs, somebody's got to dance. It could be old Danny Garcia. We did get the devil, Satan himself, a.k.a. MJF. And we got Joe Samoa. Of course, Samoa's favorite son, Samoa Joe. Unrivaled 15 through the door and reviewed on the channel this week. All the videos up on Patreon. Been there a while if they're not on traditional YouTube by now. Check out the Patreon, as I always do say. But another line done with the AEW Unrivaled Series 15 unboxed on the channel this week. So there's some wrestling. We got a couple more rounds. Stay tuned to round number 2. All right, time for round number 2. A couple of rounds this week, like I did say. We got a mixed bag in round number 2, and let's take a trip to Walmart to start it off. We got the Hunchback, we got the Wolfman, Turtles Universal Monster crossover. Got the 2-pack hitting Walmart stores right now. Talk about a quick turnaround. Very cool for what it is. Not going to be for everybody, as we do know. But through the door this week, we got the Turtle 2-pack. Walmart, remember. And then, via Mattel Creations, I'd already unboxed this one on the channel, and I messed up in the unboxing. The Blast Effect pieces, they eluded me. They were hidden in the back of the package, so I do have those. They are a part of this. I still have the packaging. Absolutely stunning packaging on this one, as everybody did see in the unboxing. But it is Night Stalker, Mattel Creations, Masters of the Universe. Pick that up. Still available at Mattel Creations if you are looking for that there. But we're not done with He-Man here. We did get Web Store, of course, from the cartoon collection. A little Big Bad Toy Store. Hit up the link in the description down below. Support the channel. Go to Big Bad Toy Store through that link. And like I said, support the channel. But I did get Web Store through the door this week there. Of course, everybody loves Web Store. I'm always partial to Mam and George, but Web Store is pretty cool, too. You know, it was sad his parents dying. He had to live with Mam and George, but I think they made it right. They made it right, and you got an action figure out of it, so there you go. Shout out to Web Store. Web Store Long, that is. We did get Eva Lynn. Oh, my gosh, and I wanted to name my daughter. Did I ever tell you guys that? My daughter, Emma Lynn, I wanted to name her Eva Lynn, but we settled on Emma Lynn. I think Eva Lynn would have worked better, and especially knowing her personality these days, she'd be a better Eva Lynn, but it is what it is. We got the cartoon Eva Lynn through the door this week, and guess what? Web Store, so nice, I bought him twice. Had to get a mint on card edition. Of course, these are the unboxing ones. This is part of the Double Up Club right here. Got an extra Web Store looking pretty good. Not done there. Got, of course, another Eva Lynn. mint on card. All these He-Man stuff came from Big Bad Toy Store, once again, in stock and shipping right now. So if you need them, head over there. Also got a second version of Reptilax. Of course, we unboxed this on the channel about a month ago. Now I got my mint on card edition right there. So coming up, Masters of the Universe this week, and a little Masters of the Universe adjacent figure. What is this guy's name? It's going to drive me nuts. It's a crazy name that I absolutely hate. Opar Ativ 83. Okay, whatever. He's Manny Face's Cosmic Legion to me, but it is a Cosmic Legion. Of course, the group that brought you Mythic Legions are now bringing the Cosmic Legions. And I did get this one as well from Big Bad Toy Store. Once again, shipping right now. And then I got the one I was really excited for. I saw this at PowerCon last year for the first time. Couldn't wait to get it. Here is my day. It's finally here to shine. It is Scourge, whatever you want to call him. He's big, he's bad, he's nationwide like a young Billy Gibbons. That's what he is right here. Looking beautiful. Can't wait to get him out of the package as well. And then the final edition of round number 2. Before we dive into round number 3, we got Prince Adam, we got Cringer. It's been a long time. We've needed a Cringer for a lifetime. We're finally getting one. We got it right here in stock once again at Big Bad Toy Store right now. Use the link in the description down below. Cringer, Prince Adam, coming to the channel real soon. But that's round number 2. Now we go into round number 3. All right, like a young Mike Nesmith, the hits keep on coming. Round number 3 of weekly purchases. And let's dive in. And this time we go to our good friends over at DJC Collectibles. Use discount code 8OFFDJC to save 8% off your entire order. I did pick up the Alex Murphy RoboCop, the Bloody Edition. Had to have this. We'll talk about it in the unboxing. One of those movies that really leaves an impression on you. RoboCop, some of the greatest cinema of all time, as we all could agree on that. There's not a lot of things everybody can agree on. That's something we can all agree on, I think, right there. And DJC Collectibles also coming in hot this week. Quick turnaround on this one. It is Carnage. Let There Be Carnage right here. One of my all-time favorite characters going back to my childhood. Can't wait to unbox him and do some comparisons in the video as well. We're not done with DJC Collectibles either. We got the Penguin Platinum Edition. Oh my gosh, this is my childhood in box form right here. So many years as a kid playing with the Kenner Superpowers Penguin. And a beautiful homage. Oh my gosh, Todd never stops. Homage, tomato. Thank you for the birthday, once again, Todd McFarlane. But I did get the Platinum Edition, a game changer, an amazing figure. Can't wait to get that one out of the package. But we're not done. Starfire coming home. Still need her Platinum Edition here. But looking good. My daughter Elle, her favorite superhero, for the more you know there. Will be a quiz later. Stay tuned for that. But we did get that one through the door. And we're not done. Of course, if you're getting the collector's editions, you got to get the whole group. You got the Boomerang, Captain Boomerang. Got him as well. So unboxing all these on the channel very soon. Stay tuned. Probably Kyle Peterson 2.0. That's the home of Todd McFarlane. Todd, we got a channel basically dedicated to you over there. Make sure you subscribe if you have not. Get after it. Get after it. What are you waiting for? I can wait. Do it. Subscribe. There you go. How about that? Now we take a trip to Walmart. Sometimes beautiful, sometimes a little sketchy, as we do know. But Walmart, the horror section, did pick up, of course, Toxie. You know me, I'm a Toxic Avenger guy. This is technically Toxic Crusaders. It's kind of like Nemesis Enforcer, Nemesis Immortal. Nemesis Enforcer is the Toxic Avenger. Toxic Crusader, he's more of a Nemesis Immortal. But I'm here for both. Can't wait to open this one up. One of my all-time favorite characters. A lot of Toxic Avengers, Toxic Crusader stuff as of late via Super 7. And now this one, this is going to display with my Playmate Ninja Turtles is my plan for this one here. But looking very good, looking very cool there is old Toxie. And then I did pick these up, those Ben Cooper kids. Oh my gosh, those kids are at the door. Got these two here. Very fun. I don't know if I'm sold on the $20 price point on these. I think it was like $24 in all honesty. A little expensive for what you get, but there is 10 different kids here. Pretty cool, and I'm thinking about this as a once-a-year Halloween type display stuff on the mantle, something like that. But really like these two. I didn't get the box set off the NECA store, so I'm going to buy all these individually. We'll see what ends up happening. Probably unbox these two kids, on the channel together. So we did get the Ben Cooper kids hitting Walmarts right now, as I did say. But now we're going back to good friends of the channel, Big Bad Toy Store. We're keeping it in the Midwest with Big Bad Toy Store. We got Jaga, the latest Thundercat Super 7 Ultimate Wave. Jaga through the door this week. We did get Chilla. Oh, there's a chill in the air, and it is straight up Chilla right here. Got her through the door this week. And then we're not done. We keep on going. The hits, they keep on coming. We got another round right here. It is Savage Crucible. We unboxed one of these on the channel a few weeks ago. I was absolutely blown away. So much, in fact, I said, you know what? I'm going to buy the rest of the Series 1. I did get this one here. What is his name? I don't know their name. What is his name? Ah, here it is. Nin Vilmer. Oh, Nin Vilmer. One of the greats. All right. So I did get him this week. Did get this one too. What's his name? We're going to find out. Como of the Isles. Oh, Como. One of my favorites too. Like a young John Stamos. He's going to Kokomo with the Beach Boys, I think is what he's doing. Got those two Savage Crucibles. And then I finished it off with this for $20. A heck of a deal here. I recommend anybody to get this one here. It's called the Shadow Slate Lemurian. All the Lemurians, watch out for them. And you know what? We all know my dad is one of the smartest people in the world. He is. It's crazy. But my dad, I was over there and he said, boy, I really like those Savage Crucible figures. They look pretty detailed. And he knows the whole story. It's like an ancient tale, old as time apparently. And he knows all about it. Would love to have him on the channel to unbox these and maybe he can explain more of the story. I don't know, Dad, you're watching. If you have any interest, let me know. You're never going to be a stranger. We'll invite you over. Todd McFarlane, he'll be here too, I'm sure. But that was a figure so nice, I had to buy it twice. Got a second edition of this one as well. So man, oh man, a lot going down today in round number, is this round number 3, round number 2? I'm losing count at this point. But that's not it. We got one more flash round of weekly purchases. All right, time for the final round of weekly purchases. A bigger week than I was expecting, as we can see right here. We got a little bit of stuff to round out this episode of weekly purchases here. But we do got a few things. We got some exciting things. You know me, I love my G.I. Joe. When there's a new classified figure, I'm all aboard. And we got Torch, a special, a very sentimental, and a very nostalgic one for me. We'll be unboxing that on the channel. Actually, it'll be unboxed by the time you're watching this. Trust me on that. Same thing with this one. Old Dreadnought Naugahyde, the guy that's hunting for the Deke back in the day. Of course, Pork Belly and Yobo, his pets. And we all know we all love pets with our Joes. Naugahyde coming in extra hot this week. 2 new Joes, 2 new Dreadnoughts. Man, what a birthday week. It's a celebration is what it is right here today. But we're not done. How about a little bit more wrestling? We got a little WCW 2-pack. Scott Hall, Kevin Nash, the vibrating wrestlers from WCW. Just missing these two. Now I have them, and I'm missing the Hulk Hogan. I think that's it, the Hollywood Hogan, and I think I got the entire set. Maybe we'll unbox the entire set. Maybe I'll Kyle Peterson 2.0. We'll see what ends up happening there. Ooh, getting dangerous, getting dangerous. Got that right there. More Thundercats action. We got the LJN toy style edition of Groon, possibly one of my favorite Thundercat characters of all time. Always love myself some Groon right there. We got a Groon San Diego Comic-Con exclusive around the corner we're waiting for. And it looks like we got one thing left. One last thing for weekly purchases. This time we go to Mezco. We go to that old Firefly from the G.I. Joe line as well. So Firefly, G.I. Joe, coming in hot this week from Mezco via Entertainment Earth. Shout out to Entertainment Earth. Use discount code Kyle. Save 10%. You know how that goes right there. But there it is. That's weekly purchases. That's enough weekly purchases for sure. But a fun week, a lot of fun stuff, a lot of fun unboxings to come to the channels here in the next week. So stay tuned to that. Make sure you do subscribe, as I always do say. And let me know in the comments down below, what did you pick up this week? What were your weekly purchases? Let me know in the comments down below, of course. And also, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel, as I did say. And subscribe to the other YouTube channel. Don't forget about Patreon for this month's giveaway. All kinds of bonus stuff over there. And best of all, you do support the channel. You can also support the channel at PresidentTees.com. Search Kyle Peterson. My book, available on Amazon and Barnes & Noble. It is the complete guide to the Jakks Class Superstars series. I got one hardcover left, $100 shipped, $35 cheaper than Barnes & Noble. So let me know if you are in need of that. And of course, don't forget social media. SirPaul64 on the X, _Kyle_Peterson on Threads, and on Instagram. So for another round of weekly purchases, a birthday week weekly purchases, I'm Kyle. You know what I'm doing? I'm rocking and rolling, strutting and strolling my way into another work week.